I'm Rob from HopZine.com. Thanks for joining me for another video beer review. I'm just sat at my computer desk. I've just finished a day of home brewing. I'm a bit knackered, so I fancied a beer or two. So the two I've got in front of me are both low ABVs, but the main one I'm going to be looking at is Ginger Beer from Adnams, 2.5% ABV. It's a new release from Adnams. This was kindly sent to me by the marketing team at Adnams. Bumped into Fergus at GBF as well. I think I was a bit drunk at the time, but I think I remember telling him, "Oh yeah, you look a lot younger in person than you do on those little clips." Anyway, so yeah, so this is the main beer I'm going to be looking at. I'm going to do a little quick review of Soulstar. I've already done a review of that at Christmas when I was sent a little mini cask of it. So I'll just do a little kind of brief review of that in a minute. So that's the ginger. Absolutely kind of like perfect clarity to it. It's a very pale yellow, slightly greenish hue to it. Not much of a head. See if I can agitate it a bit. Not the biggest fan of ginger beers, to be honest. A thin head of fluffy white froth. But yeah, I'm sure they're going for kind of like a pub market with this, and probably people who aren't that much into beers. I mean, there's so many of those horrible kind of beers like Krabbies and that kind of nonsense. So I'm all in favour of a proper brewery brewing a proper ginger beer. Anyway, let's check out the aroma. Oh, it's more on that kind of like Canada Dry ginger. Slightly spicy, kind of sweet ginger opposed to like root ginger. It's got a kind of acacia honey. It's like honeysuckle. Maybe a hint of lavender. Slightly grassy, an interesting nose to be honest. Yeah, daffodils. Anyway, let's dive in. Cheers. Once again, it does taste a bit like Canada Dry ginger ale. It's got that sweeter edge. It's got a real nice backbone of a pale ale though. You'll get a little bit of kind of biscuity malt, but probably more at the back end. Yeah, slightly earthy hop. A little bit of carbonation, not much. But this is quite nice actually. I quite like, as far as ginger beers go, Marble's ginger is probably one of the better ones. You get a really intense raw ginger flavour from that. But then if you go to something like Williams, is going even sweeter than something like this, becoming a little bit synthetic. This isn't bad actually. I can see it being quite popular, just because it's really, well, it's a low ABV. It's really easy drinking. It's got a nice palatable ginger quality to it, but it also tastes like a beer, so not bad at all. And as I said, I'm not a fan of ginger beers. Reminds me of like throat lozenges, that honey and ginger kind of like combination. So that's 2.5% ABV from Adnams, their ginger beer. It says on the back, brewed with lemon zest. Ginger beer, Adnams Ginger Beer is full of refreshing blah blah blah, like a breezy walk along North Parade. Yeah, not bad. So check them out online, and if you see this in supermarkets, give it a go because it's not bad at all. Especially if you're more of a casual drinker, not into like your big aggressive beers. So that's adnams.co.uk. So that's ginger beer, and let me quickly show you that. Very smart looking label. Adnams always present their beers very well. So this is Soulstar. This is their when the kind of tax breaks came in for breweries who brew beers. Well, I mean, because this bloody tax duty on beer is just going through the roof. So there is a bit of a tax break for breweries brewing beers lower than 3%. So yeah, along with other breweries like Fuller's and Marston's and some of the more established bigger breweries had a pop at brewing interesting low ABV beers, and this is theirs, 2.7%. I have reviewed this before on a little mini cask, which was sent to me around Christmas. Oop, just splashed a load of beer on me. Excuse me, it's been a long tiring day of home brewing, so please bear with me. I just need something to get me back on my feet. So the beer in the glass, nice kind of like russet coloured, kind of orangey brown, reddish orangey brown. Head not much, slightly off white, splashing beer everywhere like an absolute idiot. Anyway, let's get it in my mouth so I don't want to spill any more on the floor. Cheers. Yeah, that's very nice actually. Just wipe myself down, covered in beer. It's got a lot of qualities of a kind of best bitter. It's got a nice backbone of dark malts, kind of more crystally malts actually. Really nice brief flavour, thirst quenching, and a mild hop bite actually. Slightly bready edge at the end. As far as I remember, it's hopped with Chinook. There's quite a lot of late hoppings. I'd say the cask version that I had a lot more hop character. This is very palatable once again. Low ABV, easy drinking. As far as if you could call it mild or something like that, I mean it's along those lines. Not as assertive as the cask version was, but still very pleasant. As far as those low ABV beers go, what came out, as I said, this is probably one of the better ones. This and Mighty Atom from Fuller's, very good, as you'd expect from two very reputable breweries like Adnams and Fuller's. Very enjoyable. So that is Adnams Soulstar, very pleasant. Adnams Ginger Beer, very nice actually. Took me by surprise. Not one that I'd expect to like, but it's very enjoyable, and both under 3%. You can drink it until it comes out of your ears and you won't feel much of an effect. Anyway, I'm Rob from HopZine.com. I'm going to toast you farewell with a bit more of the ginger beer. Cheers.